Hello everyone, welcome to the second Conversations with TheCancrizans, and this is actually going to be a shorter podcast than last week's, as it's Christmas Eve. I'm sure you guys will be wanting to do other stuff than listen to me, so it's not going to be as long, like 20 minutes. It's probably going to be closer to 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, something like that. Now you'll be noticing straight off the bat that there's no gameplay in the background because I have in the background what I mentioned last week about that I was doing an animation. I don't think I made it that clear. It's going to be about Star Wars, and what you're seeing in the background right now is me drawing one of the characters that's going to be in this comedy animation, hopefully coming out at the end of next year. And if you're wondering why I'm drawing an Ewok, I can't really give it away, but I just want to let you guys know that I am a little colourblind, so if you're wondering why the Ewok's probably pink at this stage, then, then you know you've got your answer. My eyes are not the best, to put it that way. So, the topics overview, we're talking about a possible end of year video. We're talking about Christmas, because it's tomorrow. That's quite a big deal, isn't it? We're talking about some stuff I hate about Christmas. Well, only one thing, because Christmas is quite good, let's be honest. And, you know, we're talking about the questions that were asked last week as well. Just starting off, the end of year video. I have something in the pipeline. There's everything's in the pipeline, isn't it? I have something in the pipeline here for an end of year episode. And it should be quite fun if it actually comes out as I planned. It's something I've never done before, put it that way. So I'm going to need to do all this crazy stuff to make it work. I'll give you a hint as to what it is, because every time I say I've got an idea, I can't really tell you much, and you're just left thinking, what the hell is he talking about? I was thinking about doing some form of music video. Now that might sound totally bizarre, but trust me, if it comes out, then you'll probably enjoy it. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say on the matter. Next year, in I think it might be the first week of January, or maybe the second week, something like that, the 50th episode of Star Wars Lore will be coming out, and I do have something special planned for that. And I can't obviously think about what I will be doing for that episode as you guys vote for it, so I'll just need to mention in like the 49th episode, choose either this guy or the wild card very wisely. So, Christmas is tomorrow. I'm sure you guys will know that. I'm hoping there's no one there like, what, it's tomorrow? I better go to the Spar, get some presents. But, yep, if you are watching this as it's coming out on Wednesday, then let me know what you want from Santa. Or from your parents, spoiler alert. But let me know what you're wanting from Christmas. If you're watching this the day after Christmas, then tell me what you got. Or you could do both. You could come back to this video and be like, I wanted a pony, ended up getting a horse, what is life? But you can end up, just feel free to come back, just kick around this episode. I'm not sure what you want to do, but if you're, I am actually intrigued to know what you guys are wanting, because I'm wanting a load of guff this year, as per. I always ask for this, like, really absurd stuff, and then about 6 months later, I'm like, what? I could have got something better. But yeah, that's just me, honestly. What I'm wanting, well, I basically just told you that. I don't know why I'm reading that. But I wanted to talk about something that I don't like about Christmas. Now, there's a ton of stuff that I do like, but this might sound a bit petty, and I don't want to sound ungrateful here, right? But I really hate getting vouchers at Christmas, right? Birthdays as well, but getting them for birthdays is just as bad. But getting vouchers for Christmas, I don't see the point in getting vouchers. Every time I open a card and I see vouchers, I just want to punch something in the face. Now that might be sounding really bad, but I don't see the point in vouchers. This is just going to be a rant. I don't see the point of vouchers because you get a voucher and it's for usually one shop. Sometimes if you're lucky, it's about 5 shops you can choose from. But why not just give money? Because with a voucher, you're like, you're signed with a blood contract. You have to go to that certain shop, and you might not even like that shop. You're like, pets at home. I don't even have a pet, but then you've just got this voucher just hanging around. So why not just give money? And then with money, you can go to that shop, or you could just spend it on whatever. So I don't see the point of vouchers. Maybe it's like the person that's trying to give you vouchers is slowly trying to take over the world, or they've bought stocks in that shop and they're just trying to get as much money for it as possible. Who knows? I don't think I'll ever crack the answer for the whole voucher thing, but there's a little rant on vouchers. I hate vouchers. If I get a voucher tomorrow, I'll probably cry in a corner, which will not be the best, put it that way. So before we get on to the questions which were asked last week, I want to ask you guys a question. I've got one of my own, if you like. I was thinking just the other day, what Star Wars character would make the best Star Wars Santa? And this is an intriguing question. An obvious one for me is Ki-Adi-Mundi. I mean, he certainly looks the part. He's got the beard. He's got a bit of a deformed head, but still, I think he would, he's not as fat as Santa, but I think he'd make quite a good Santa, wouldn't he? I'm not sure what his sleigh would be made of. Maybe like one of those pod racers, but yep. The worst Santa, I was thinking about the worst possible Santa as well. I was thinking Jar Jar. Imagine how clumsy he would be climbing down the chimney. He would just go like head first. He would be knocking over presents, just standing on them, breaking everything. Like, you know how you leave, well, when you're younger certainly, you would leave milk, you would leave carrots and stuff on your table, or maybe that was just me, maybe my family was weird, but I could just imagine him just spilling the milk you've left there absolutely everywhere and just causing pure chaos. I think he would be an awful Santa, put it that way. So my best Santa, Ki-Adi-Mundi, because he looks the part, and my worst is Jar Jar. But let me know what you think. This is another question that I'm intrigued for you guys. Maybe you'll be choosing Sith as well. I deliberately never chose Sith as they're not really that nice, so I wouldn't imagine them flying about Christmas Eve giving kids and so on presents. So let me know what you think, who would be the best and worst Star Wars Santa. Now going on to the user questions. I didn't get that many questions, so shame on you guys, but nonetheless, I'll let you off this time. But if it happens again, I'm joking, right? So, the first question, do I like grand strategy games? Can't speak today. I can never speak in these podcasts, apparently. I haven't really played grand strategy games, if I'm being honest. It's one of those genres I've never really got around to playing. Not because I think it looks bad, it's just something that's not really tickled my fancy to the point where I'm like, right, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to play this game non-stop. Kind of like JRPGs, although JRPGs is a little bit different. I deliberately go out my way to not play them as I don't really like the look of them and stuff like that. But yeah, grand strategy games, maybe that should be my New Year's resolution. Actually play them, give them a chance, and I probably will enjoy them if I'm being honest, if I do actually go and play them, but it's just something that I never really got around to, if I'm being honest. So maybe in the new year I'll get addicted to them or whatever, who knows. The next and final question is a question relating to YouTube. Can you add an upload section on your YouTube homepage? And I feel your pain here because YouTube, every update they do, it just gets progressively worse. It's going to be absolutely terrible in about 5 years to come. I remember the good old days when it wasn't this complicated mess, but what you're talking about here is on the homepage you've got all this recommended for you and all this guff that you're not wanting. You're wanting your subscriptions, and he's asking if you can add an upload section. I'll tell you, I don't think you can add an upload section, but I'll tell you what I've done, and this is pretty good. On the YouTube homepage you'll have a bit on the left. It says what to watch, my subscriptions, favourites, watch later, etc. Go on to my subscriptions and bookmark that page. So therefore, every time you go on YouTube, it will come up your subscription straight off the bat. You don't have to surf through all this nonsense to get to the uploads that you're wanting to see. So just do that, and it makes life a lot easier. That's what I've done, and as soon as I go on YouTube, I can see all the most recent videos that have been uploaded, and I don't have to look at all this recommended for you that's not even related to what I've been searching for. I've got stuff like smoky eyeshadow tutorials. I'm like, I've never typed that in at all. I don't know why I'd want to make my eye look like a smoky shadow, but yeah, nonetheless, that's that question hopefully answered for you anyway. So this is going to be it for this podcast, this little episode, 10 minutes or so. I do want to wish you guys a good Christmas for tomorrow. I don't think you'd want to wish a bad Christmas, but nonetheless, have a good Christmas, and hopefully you have a good New Year as well. Look for the lore episode on Boxing Day. I'll be having that out for you, so hopefully you guys will be spending some time watching that episode, although you'll probably be doing some other celebratory stuff, playing with your new toys, playing with your new games, etc. But there will be a lore nonetheless if you do want to watch that. And finally, let's have an awesome 2015, and as I mentioned earlier, we're kicking off the year with a 50th episode of Star Wars lore, which should be pretty good, hopefully. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope that you've enjoyed watching me draw an Ewok, and yeah, it's probably looking terrible at this point, but nonetheless, have a good Christmas, New Year, and I'll see you on the lore video on Boxing Day. So until then, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.